Holly Cotton here, and I am so excited for our guest today. First of all, you guys know I love interesting people, people that have interesting stories to share. And this gentleman today definitely has all of the above. So I have His Highness Jasper Johnson, OCHIALI the Seventh, who is the founder and executive director of the Afro International Film Market and Festival. So he's going to tell us all about that today. So welcome, His Highness Jasper Johnson.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So, the very first question is I want to ask you is as the founder and executive director of the Afro International Film Market and Festival, because that's a lot of words. So, can you first give us some insight into what this role is and you becoming a founder?
Thank you very much, Miss Holly. I really appreciate you for this interview. Um, the Afro International Film Market and Festival is the coming together of the Cape Town International Film Market and Festival of South Africa and Arise and Build Nigeria Development Initiative, which is a non-profit organization in Nigeria supporting the content, creative, and culture industry of Nigeria. So in 2018, we visited Cape Town and realized there is need for us to begin to collaborate to build the African film industry. And so in 2019, we came into a very strong partnership and we all collapsed all our organizations into one, which is now called the Afro International Film Market and Festival. And under my leadership, I have taken it to 25 nations. And the message is very simple, that we have to support, promote, and market the African film and music industry to the global space. And that we've been doing since then. Although we had a little bit of problem during the COVID, so we didn't do much. But since last year, we held a virtual summit uh, when we talked about the challenges and opportunities in the African film industry. And we had over 17 foreign speakers from America, Europe, and of course, African countries. And it was well attended. And then we came up with a communique that there's need to take this message to the number one entertainment hub in the world, which is the Hollywood, which is America. And that is why this year we are organizing a 3-day US Africa Film Summit, and it's going to be powerful.
Okay, so we're going to get into all of the details about that, but let me just ask you this. So, I know you said you're the founder of the Afro International Film Market and Festival. So, what was one of the challenges that you faced? Because whenever you're a founder of anything, it comes with challenges. So, what was one of the challenges that you had to even start what you're doing right now?
One of the very, very big challenge I had was the fact that I wasn't a filmmaker. I wasn't a member of the Guild of Actors, Guild of Directors, Guild of Writers, and stuff like that. I used to work with the presidency of Dr. Goodluck E, Johnathan, and that brought me very close to interact with the youth, especially youth in the entertainment industry. But one thing I realized when I was interacting with them was the fact that uh, there were a lot of gaps I needed to help them and cover. There were some of the issues were not properly organized, and they didn't have very strong international collaborations. And I realized they had wonderful talents, they have wonderful stories, but having talent and story is one thing, being able to bring it to the global space is quite another. So I felt with my intervention, I'll be able to build such global collaboration that will bring about global market. But that is long gone now. We've been able to overcome that challenge. Another challenge we are facing right now is the fact that it's a very, very capital intensive venture. And it's not been easy to raise millions of dollars to pursue what we're doing. Right now, I'm in Los Angeles, and we're here to talk to our partners and our collaboration to see how we can really push this narrative forward, that Africa is ready for entertainment business.
Okay, thank you for sharing that. Yeah, I mean, anytime you have a company for starting from the ground up, money is always one of the biggest challenges. So I totally understand that. So you've talked a few times about the film festival and how you're going to have a summit. So what is the makeup of the summit? So how is it going to be presented? Do you have people lined up? Give us all of the insight on that.
Thank you. Thank you. That is, it's about the first ever kind of film summit taking place in this part of the world, because this is the very first time Bollywood, Nollywood, and Hollywood is going to come together to talk about some global collaborations. There was a report in 2021 by UNESCO that African film industry has the potential to generate over $20 billion annually. But as I speak to you today, what is being done is just $6.4 billion from the African film industry. So that's a far cry from the reality. And so what we intend to do is see how we can pool resources and manpower together from these film industries across the globe and encourage and support some co-production opportunities so that we can start coming out with contents that will be able to generate not just millions of dollars, billions of dollars. And so in this event, it's going to be a 3-day event. We're going to be having the opening night on the 12th of October. And then it continues until 14th, which is going to be the grand finale. We're going to have panel of discussion. We're going to have training and workshop. And then we're going to have the grand finale, which also will culminate into a live performance by some artists coming from Nigeria and elsewhere. So it's going to be wonderful.
Okay. And where is that? First of all,
It's
because y'all know I'm gonna be there. I got to get my
yeah, it's
ticket.
actually
So
taking
where?
place at the Urban Avenue Research Library on the African American History and Culture in Atlanta, Georgia. And it's a
Okay.
beautiful venue that resonates with the people of the community in Atlanta.
So why'd you choose Atlanta as the city?
Well, we chose Atlanta because one, we need to start at some point in the US. And we felt that Atlanta should be the first place for us to start because we feel there are a lot of industry practitioners and professionals there. And so we felt that the message we are coming with will be able to resonate with the people and then will be cascaded down to the other part of the US because apparently we're going to be moving from state to state with this message of global partnership to grow the African film industry and of course other film industries like Bollywood, and then coming together of this one market, one film project that we have, and then see how we can really create opportunities and unlock great potentials of our people back home.
So let me ask you this. This sounds like a huge project. So, whenever you are the founder and the executive director and you have an idea in your head, how did you come up with a team of people? How did you, are people volunteering or are you recruiting friends? How did you come up with the team that's helping you do this?
Afro, as the name uh, depicts, is everything associated with Africa and friends of Africa. It doesn't matter to us if you're white or black or brown or blue, but if you support creativity and the culture of the indigenous people, you're an Afro member. And so this is the message we've been preaching all along. Last month, I was in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, to hold roadshow and press conference on this issue. And the response was very massive and quite impressive. So we've been able to recruit volunteers. We've been able to recruit a lot of partnership across the world. A few hours ago, I was having a meeting with my partners from Pakistan and India, who are also going to be part of the event. So as we are recruiting, first thing you have to do is to be able to recruit the people, and then the money will be generated. So we're trying to recruit the right people who have the same vision that we have to be able to move it to the next level. And as I speak, we have over 2,000 filmmakers in our network today, and they've got wonderful stories. We have stories here in America. We also have stories from Africa. So we see how we can build such a financial network that will invest into these film projects and then be able to have solid film content and such productions for our global market and entertainment.
Hmm. So I know you said that at the summit, you guys were going to talk about the African blockbuster movies and the need to invest in those. So can you tell us, because again, I'm here in America, so I don't see a lot of African movies. So can you give us some insight into why that's important? What movies you guys are like that you think have not been reciprocated in the American culture as in the African culture. Give us some insight into that as far as why you feel like it's important for us to talk about investing in the African blockbuster movies and what the plan is for that.
Yes, Africa, as you're aware of, is the most diverse continent in the world in terms of culture. Every corner of Africa, they've got their unique stories, and these are stories that should be heard and seen by all over the, by everybody all over the world. And before now, our stories have been told by strangers and invaders. I guess it's high time the African people begin to tell their own story. And our story is replete with patriotism, with love, with peace, and with entrepreneurship. Um, Also, the story does not start with slavery. And a lot of people here in African diaspora think that Africa history and culture has to do with slavery and slave trade, but that's not true. Yes, we understood that that is part of the um, evil side. That is part of the side that is so inglorious. We do not want to talk about. But beyond that, Africa is made up of kingdoms and great people with a lot of talents, with a lot of culture, with so much to give back to the global space. And so it's high time we begin to tell our people and friends of our people what Africa is all about, and that Africa is a people of peace, and we are people that can also add our voice to global sustainable innovations and technology. And those are the kind of stories that we want to bring to the fore, the stories that bring the world together in unity and in progress, not in war and crisis. Okay? Those are the stories we want to encourage. We want to be able to create an environment of entertainment where people will be able to have fun and enjoy themselves with African music, dances, and stuff like that. So, what we're coming to do basically is to see how we can rewrite the history and inform our people of what is truly our history and our culture and why we should support that, so that because anybody without his culture or does not know his history, of course, wouldn't be able to know where he or she is going to. And so our role this time around, for me, I've taken it upon myself by the grace of God to see how I can build bridges of brotherhood across the whole continent, not just for the African people alone, for the people of the world to be able to see culture as a way to bring the world together for sustainability and progress. Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Thank you for explaining that. That I feel like I have a better understanding of the purpose of the festival and what you guys are doing now. So I know that you have a lot of African talent. And so I know that for people here in America that are American actors and actresses, they find jobs here, but then those movies are all over the world. And so your mission, I guess, or the goal of all of this is you're saying that you guys are doing the same. You have African actors and actresses, but the movies are just staying in Africa. They're not getting the global exposure like the blockbusters for America. Is that what's going on now, kind of?
Yes, yes, to a large extent, that is what is going on. But we also want to create more possibilities and more opportunities for artists across the continents, and of course, the distribution and the digital platforms to be able to have access to our real stories. We have a couple of digital platforms like Netflix and Amazon Prime in Africa, but that's not enough. We need more these digital platforms to be in Africa to be able to help to expound this narrative that Africa is ready for entertainment business. Like I said, we have a whole lot of stories in Africa that is yet to be seen by the world. We saw the Black Panther. As entertaining as that movie is, it's not the real story of Africa. We've got more interesting, more intriguing, more entertaining story more than what you've seen. And these are the kind of stories we want to bring to the front burner, want to bring to the marketplace. And that is why we are calling on everybody in America and in Africa to be able to support what Afro International Film Market is doing to push this narrative forward so that people will be able to have more advantage in seeing better stories from Africa other than what they are seeing right now.
So after the festival in October, what are you going to feel like made the festival successful? Is it something that you want people to take away? Is it something that you want to be accomplished at the festival? Is there something that you want people to be a part of the festival? When the festival has wrapped, what is His Highness Jasper Johnson going to say? This was successful because this happened. What is that this?
Yeah, amongst other things, we want to see how we can have some financial network in support of the African film industry. Like I said, the UNESCO report of October 2021 said Africa has such potential for $20 billion, and we are doing less than 20% of that. So with the right support and investment into the African film industry, we'll be able to even do more than $20 billion and help create employment and job opportunities for our people back home. African population is over 70% youth. And if these people are not put in proper use and gainfully employed and gainfully engaged, they might resort to crime. So what we're trying to do is to be able to create opportunities back home for people to get engaged and do what they feel they should do. Okay. The other is to see how we can really begin to have and see African filmmakers, actors, actresses, producers, directors in America. There should be some co-production opportunities. That's the way to go. We want to see how we can have such marriage between Nollywood, Bollywood, and of course Hollywood to begin to produce movies for global entertainment. So I'm going to be satisfied. I'm very gratified at the end of this summit when I see that indeed everybody is coming together to begin to build one film, one marketplace for our entertainment industry. So that is what we're looking forward to.
Okay, got it, got it. Now, let me ask you this. If I am a listener and I'm watching this and maybe I don't have the ability to financially support you guys, but I think that what you're doing is really great and I want to be a part of it. What other ways can we support you guys that aren't necessarily donating or, contributing financially or giving jobs or whatever? Because some people are just regular people, but they feel like this is something that they would like to be a part of. So how can people support you?
No, that support is so also very, very important. We're looking forward to attendance. People should be able to attend the event and help to lend their voice to what we are saying, that there is need for us to come together under one market to be able to take advantage of some of these great opportunities nestled in our homes, in our communities, in our continents, in our countries. So coming to be part of us for 3 days is indeed a wonderful support, and we look forward to that. And then the other support is that people have networks and connections in the film and audiovisual industry in America. We look forward to such recommendations and introductions so that film studios and guild of actors, guild of organizations that are related to film making and distribution can actually be part of what we're doing. It's not just about money. but this support can come from different and varied means, and we're looking forward to that.
Okay, great, great. Thank you for that clarification because I know sometimes people struggle with that. They're like, well, I would like to buy this, or I wish I could give more, or I wish I could do this, and they may not be able to. So I like for people to know that there's other ways to support something that you have a passion or you're drawn to. So tell us about how we can get tickets to the event, what the dates are again, and any social media, all of that stuff, how we can get in touch with you, how we can support the festival. Give us all of that information.
Interestingly, the event is free. There's no ticket for anybody. Just walk in and be part of what we're doing. We're having the event for free for everybody.
So basically, no excuses. You
No, no
can come
excuses.
for
Yeah,
free.
you don't have to pay anything to be part of what we're doing from the day one to the grand finale. We're not charging any cent. We want people to come and see the beauty of the African culture and creativity. And also, we need people to come and exhibit, come and have your stand in our venue and be able to showcase to our delegates and audience what they've got to offer in your community. If they want the banks, vendors, we want people to come around, and let's make it a very huge market, not just for entertainment, but for our day-to-day needs as well. We intend to be doing this every year in the United States to see how we can really push this partnership forward until we start getting grant in the soul and minds of our people.
So, do you have a website or social media?
Yes,
Anything?
we have our website www.onefilmonemarketsummit.org. Okay, that is our website, and then our email is afrofilmfest@gmail.com or ceo@onefilmonemarketsummit.org. You can reach us. We have social media, we're there. We're in LinkedIn, Jasper Johnson in LinkedIn, Afro International Film Market and Festival in LinkedIn, of course on Facebook and other social media handles. You can see us there. It's going to be an interesting atmosphere for everybody to come together, and let's network. Let's be friends again. We can't keep talking about our past that didn't contribute anything to humankind. Let's talk about our future that is riddled, that is togetherness, love, and unity and progress. That's what we're preaching right now.
And that is October 13th through
No,
15th in Atlanta.
It's October 12th to the 14th
Okay, in
in
Atlanta.
Atlanta, Georgia, United States of America.
Okay, got it. Okay, just for anyone that was listening. Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing all of that with us, His Highness,
Thank you, Sister Holly.
and yes, I'm excited to go. I'm gonna have to get my plane ticket so I can go because I'm in Texas.
Yes, you have to be there. I guess you're going to be one of our MCs.
Oh, I keep my microphone. Just let me know. Let me know.
That's right. We'd like to have you there.
Thank you, thank you. So that is His Highness Jasper Johnson OCHIALI the Seventh, founder and executive director of Afro International Film Market and Festival. So it was so nice to meet you. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you, Sister Holly. God bless you. Thank you, United States of
Yeah.
America. Thank you for what you guys are doing. Thank you for all the support. We really appreciate. Afro is coming. Thank you.